Hey guys, so I said I was going to be making a video calling the Federal Reserve the main branch, and that's what I'm going to be doing. Truthfully, I don't know how this is going to end up going. As we all know, they're trying to block us now that everybody's caught on. It's blatantly obvious that those accounts do exist, and I'm going to say that because I did pay things that have not been reversed and that have gone through. One of which was I wasn't behind or anything, but my electric bill, I paid it and I accidentally paid it 3 times. Now, this is very interesting. So, all 3 times were on the same day, okay? So, the first one went through. It went through and it stuck, and it still shows paid today. The second one showed paid for a while and had a credit on my account. That ended up getting returned saying return check. Okay, so I ended up getting like a $10 charge or whatever. Whatever. I got my electric bill itself was paid for free, so I don't care. And then the third one that went through was declined. So the first one went through, has not been reversed, shows as paid, and all I have is a $10 balance from the second one that showed as paid, and then it said something about invalid check. Now, I didn't even put that through as a check. I linked my bank account and did it that way. I entered no checking number or anything like that. So that goes to show right there, okay? Now, as far as when I paid my Verizon bill went through, showed as paid, and then it was manually reversed a couple days later. So I put it back in. And that was when they started messing with the routing numbers, so I used a public debt, and that still shows as paid today. Now my Capital One, I paid my Capital One, okay? My Capital One bill that was due, I paid the balance completely off. The balance showed as paid, and then was reversed a couple days later. Now here's the thing with that: it still showed as paid. It's just that Capital One, even though it shows as paid and it still says it's paid to this day on the app, all of a sudden they put the balance back on there. So then I repaid it again, and then I repaid it again. And actually, I had a missed call from Capital One today. I'm going to be calling them back because I'm going to get to the bottom of it. So that's just a little update on that. I paid off another credit card, and that still shows paid to this day. That was not Capital One. So that's an update for now. I still have the banks are showing as approved on PayPal. I haven't been able to do anything with them, but that's because, like I said, I think we figured out this is for discharging debt only. The Federal Reserve of Atlanta put out something saying that it's a scam to pay your bill. They're trying to do damage control, because you know what's funny is you don't see anything on the media about this. Now, if these accounts weren't in our name, if there wasn't something they were hiding, everybody damn well knows it would have been on the media. It would have been put out that there was a group of hackers or people, a fraud scheme going. You always see that crap on the news. I mean, somebody farts the wrong way, they put it on the mainstream media. So now I'm going to call the Federal Reserve. Sorry for that. I just figured I'd give you guys an update. As of right now, all my bills are still paid. I've had a couple of reversals, but I've persisted and they're paid. So let's call them here. 202-263-4869.
Reserve Amy Conference. Please enter your 6-digit PIN.
Oh, I hit the wrong one. My bad. So this is for the Board of Governors, okay? I figure they're the best ones to call. They're like the head honchos of the Fed. Hi, yes. I'm calling about the Federal Reserve because of these account numbers that these private trusts that have been hidden from us. I know that you've probably been getting a lot of calls about that.
No, I haven't. This is the operator. You want to speak to public affairs?
Sure, that'd be great.
Hold on, sir.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Good afternoon, Public Affairs.
Hi, yes. I'm calling the Federal Reserve because of the secret accounts that the trust accounts that are for discharging debt through the government when they took our gold and silver away. It was passed in the HR executive order back in 1932. So I'm trying to find out a little more information on that. Mainly why now they're starting to block that when those are our accounts, they're in our names, they're in our socials. There's been nothing on the media, which I find very funny. If you guys are, if this truly didn't exist, it would have been all over the media, and it's not. It's being hushed, and I'm trying to find out how it is I go about accessing my account in the proper way.
Did you receive an email address or a phone call saying that you have an account?
No, I did not. This is something that I found out that was being hidden from, I guess, every American citizen who has a birth certificate and a social security number has an account, because we are sold and money is put into that account from pretty much the date that our birth certificate is drawn up.
So the Federal Reserve does not maintain accounts or funds on deposit for individuals or non-financial institutions, nor does it participate in any federal grant programs. And the Federal Reserve will never send an email or ask for any personal information.
Well, technically, we're not an individual. Technically, at birth, that's why our names are on all capital letters, because we are technically a financial entity. We are not a human being on that name that is a financial entity. So technically, that we all are banks or business organizations. It's all part of the corporation. That's why those trust accounts exist. So who would I get in touch with to really, who would really know about this kind of stuff that I could speak to there?
So if you have a specific question that you didn't feel that I could answer, I can give you an email address. It's not on the public website, so this way I could best answer. I could find someone who could best answer your question, and I can give you that email address whenever you're ready.
Okay. That would be fantastic. Let me just find some paper here. Okay.
Okay, so
1 second. Okay.
The email address is frboard.
frboard?
Yep, frboard -public affairs.
-public affairs.
At frb.gov.
frb.gov. Okay, so the only thing, if I end up going that route and then I'm, ignored or whatever, I'm going to keep calling back, because, there is documentation to all this. The Pope had signed, or he had proclaimed, how the Pope is the highest law in the land. He specifically said that. And that's why there was a lot of resignings over here in the U.S. and actually all around the world after he proclaimed that motu proprio. So, there is documentation to all this. I'm not one to just follow something blindly.
Yeah, if you have a specific question or something, the best way to go about that would be to email the address that I just gave you, and to go from there. This is a legitimate email address, so this is the best way for you to continue.
Okay, because when I had called the Federal Reserve branch, That is my reserve branch based off of my secret number on the back of my social security card that correlated with that letter that began that series of numbers. They had sent me to Treasury Direct for some reason, which I didn't understand, because then I went and I created my Treasury Direct account, but Treasury Direct said that it wasn't specifically them. So I just don't want to be getting like a runaround here. I appreciate your help.
Like I said, the Federal Reserve doesn't maintain accounts or funds on deposit for individuals, so you did not create a bank account with the Treasury or the Federal Reserve.
Well, there is a bank account that is with our socials. I mean, I've actually used it. It's just that they have been disabling access to that now that about 500,000 people have caught on to this in the last week and found this out, and it's spreading like wildfire. So I mean, I personally used my account.
Email address is your best bet. And if you don't have any other questions, unfortunately, I do have to let you go. But do send that email along.
Thank you so much.
Have a good one. Bye bye.
You too. Bye bye. She don't know nothing. They don't get it. We're not individuals. We're not private citizens. Well, we are. We're not citizens. We're private persons, but those accounts are in corporate fictional entities. Well, all right. I'm going to start doing that email now. What I will do is, as once I get enough information on that email, I will make a video showing what I find out from that email. Okay, guys? There you have it. Thank you.